An MSNBC host went and talked to voters about January 6th, the Devil's Day, January 6th, and she didn't get the response she was hoping for. Take a look.
Talk to me about your level of interest in the criminal charges and so forth.
February 6th?
January 6th.
So I remember that day. I know he was the standing president. I'm not familiar with the charges that are being brought against him for that. I'm not following that charge or I know there's multiple court cases going on. I'm just not familiar with it.
I mean, that doesn't sound like it's going to be a factor in deciding who to vote for.
No.
Okay, so when I say January 6th, what do you think?
Oh, I just remember seeing it on the news, like all the riots and stuff. Don't really know what it was about or what happened, though.
How did it make you feel when you saw it?
I don't know. I don't really feel any way about it. People showed their emotion, I guess. Probably in the wrong way, but...
People don't even care anymore. Those guys in that are a perfect example of that. They don't even know what it is. And you want to know why they don't care, by the way? Because a random day where there was a mediocrely violent protest at the Capitol was 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago. That's what we're talking about right now. That's what Democrats cannot stop talking about. This is what the media, who supposedly are getting interesting stories, that's their whole job. If you've ever been in the media, they'll tell you that you have a pitch meeting every day. You sit in the pitch meeting, everyone comes up with their best stories. And somehow, and by the way, you sit in these pitch meetings, I've sat in them before, and people bring up these things, and you're like, dude, come on. People brought that up like every single day for the last 2 years. And everyone looks at them and they're like, wow, you suck at ideas. Somehow, in the most prestigious, for those just listening, I'm putting it in air quotes, the most prestigious media and journalistic institutions that America has to offer, the people sat down and during their pitch meeting and they said, oh, let's talk about January 6th again. Do you know what was yesterday for those guys? Again, 4 years ago, that was January 6th, about kind of a protest that happened. I wasn't a big fan of it personally. I didn't think it was a big deal. Again, that was 4 years ago. Do you know what happened to those guys yesterday? 50% more expensive gas, eggs, and housing. That's what happened to them yesterday. Not 4 years ago, yesterday. And this is how out of touch Democrats are nowadays. They think you would rather sit around and talk with a politician about what someone did years ago than actually talk about what is happening to you in your life today, because most people just aren't that political. This is what's interesting about politics. When you get down to it, and when you look at people who are very effective politicians, this is one strength that Donald Trump has, they don't really make it about politics. It's not about a protest that happened and why it's a threat to democracy. It's like, I just can't buy gas very well anymore. All they want to see is that number 2 in front of the other numbers when they go by the gas station. And they don't want to see a 3. Heaven forbid they see a 4. They don't want to see a 4. A 5, man, if you live in California, you're going to see a 5. Hawaii. I live in Utah. Please don't come here if you're from California and you see a 5. Go to like Florida or something. I'm sorry, Floridians. I've heard it's nice over there. Go there instead. But you just want to see a 2 in front of the gas station. You don't want to talk about something that happened 4 years ago. And that is like the opposite of actually running towards the future. Clearly, Kamala Harris and the media, which they're they're the same organization. They're just running to the past. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.